Hi, welcome to Book Wound! I'm glad you chose to spend some time with me. If you haven't met before, I am Mashou and I create journal and bookish content over here on YouTube. In this video, I'm going to set up my bullet journal for the month of March, and as always, this setup is inspired by a book that I have read last year. This setup is inspired by more days at the Morisaki Bookshop. It's the second book in a duology, but it can also be read as a standalone. This book is set in Tokyo, in Jimbosho, I think it's pronounced, area in which there is a lot of second-hand bookstores, and that's the first element that I decided to use for this setup. There are a lot of bookshelves and bookstores in this setup. There is a lot of books that I could have gone with, but I picked this one just because I had some of these stickers left and that I really enjoyed them, but also because I came across these very cute stickers portraying an Asian type person looking couple. And together with the bookish sticker, this brought me back to this story, since that in the first book everything starts off with a heartbreak, and in the second book it ends with the main character Takano finding a new love and finding also some inner peace with that. But there are also many other elements that leads towards love, like the relationship between the main character's uncle and his wife, but also a relationship between two of the friends of the main character. And I really loved these couple stickers, and so I decided to go with this book this month. As always, I started this setup with a cover spread with on the left a quote page on which I will be adding the book cover of this book, but I had only that to print out, so I will not waste paper and do that when I do my monthly update of my reading journal. That video should be available around the 5th of March. And on the right side a spread indicating the month, and I know that the background paper isn't Japanese, it is Chinese, but it's what I had, and so I worked with that. The second spread I am working on right now is the calendar spread, and with 6 weeks to give some space on the paper, there was not that much place left for decoration, so I just added in this bookish washi tape and the couple, and it looks like this underline on the washi tape underneath is like a bookshelf on which they are sitting. This is my third spread and the last in my general setup, and it is an outing spread. I tend to do regular cultural activities with my family, and I need a place where I can write down all that is organized around us so that I can attend if I've got the time. I don't want to put them into my calendar because then I feel a little bit forced to go to them, even if something else is keeping me at home. And so I decided one day to make a separate spread for it. I went with boxes for the different places around us where we go to, and I decorated around that. Everyone in our family loves to read some manga, which are, if you haven't heard about them, a very typical Japanese comic book style with that you read from the back to the front. And to give this video a little vibe of a Japanese bookshop, I went through the house and I collected manga on every bookshelf to add to this video. I wonder if there are any of those that you read. The ones that I read in this stack are the very first one, which is the, how would it be called in English? The Tamer with No Stars. And then Shaderu or Hashi and Maruhu. I also read Moriarty, and I have read the spin-off of Soul Eater, which is Soul Eater Not. Do you read manga? Let me know your favorite ones in the comments. I think that my all-time favorite would be Beastars and The Girl from the Other Side. This brings us to the setup of the first weekly spread for March, and I use the same setup that I've been using since January. I use this Dutch door page so that I have the working days Monday through Friday on one part with a Alastair method to-do list and also some trackers that I use every week for specific things. And with some place also to write notes, but it's a place that I use less for the moment, so I have decorated it a little bit bigger. And then on the other side of it, I have Saturday and Sunday, but also my health tracker that used to be a monthly page, but I don't go often back to it, so I decided to include it in my weekly. And also the place where I prepare my menu beforehand to see what we need as groceries. And that leaves me with this longer side to decorate. And for the months of January and February, I hadn't much problems, or I didn't need much thought about how I would do that. But this month, this has been a challenge. So I'm very curious to see if I can come up with other ideas for the next weekly setups. But for now, you'll see that I will be using the same paper, and it's leftovers from other pages. I keep all these little scraps because I try not to waste anything, and I use them to make a background on which I will add in the stickers I have been using throughout the whole theme of this setup. As in every journal setup that I create, we will end this video with a flip through so you can see all the pages back to back. See you soon!